Okay, everyone. Hello. Yeah, my name is Hiro. I'm working in Myanmar. So you see our nice office. We have our old wooden house in the background. Um, so I will. So we do a lot around waste on many different levels along the waste hierarchy. But I want to share specifically one campaign, um, which we are still kind of in the working stage. We are still learning how it works, but I think there is some success, and maybe it has also some. It can be replicated in other, at least low income Myanmar regional countries, Cambodia, Laos, maybe some parts in Indonesia even. So actually, this started, so everyone is probably aware of the political situation we are in here. So in the past, we were working actually with the government on building their national plastic action plan. And for sure, some is around plastic bags. And we know globally there are basically only two ways to get rid of the bags. And the one is either a fee and the other one is a ban. And those who are working on that topic, you know how ridiculously difficult this is, because in most cases, you will get the comment from nearly everyone who is kind of, let's say, part of the stakeholder group, say, this is impossible. There is no alternative to plastic bags. It is no way that we actually can reduce them. That is the common, most logical answer you will get. Or the more even better one is the one, oh, if you find an alternative which is cheaper and with a similar options as a plastic bag, then we are happy to change. Okay, no, that doesn't exist for sure, right? So, and then you're mostly stuck. You're done, right? Because you will not find that alternative, because for sure it doesn't work in that convenience level. So the idea now is then, okay, so how will you convince all your policymakers that actually people are very much capable to actually change away from plastic bags without providing any clever alternatives and solutions for them? And our aim was basically to look at the fee. So what kind of fee is capable to change the behavior of the people? So, but we were thinking this more, but yeah, okay, now we are not working with the government anymore, so we cannot introduce a fee. So we did exactly the opposite. We introduced an incentive. So we were working with selective shops, mostly like roadside sellers, nothing big, no big retailers, nothing. On the street, the smallest kind of shop you have in the neighborhood. So, and we said, okay, for every purchase, someone is bringing their own, or who's not taking a plastic bag, you will give that person a reduction of 50 kyat. That is currently like 2.5 dollar cent. So Myanmar is low income, okay, so it would not work probably with 2.5 cents in other areas, but in Myanmar it is working. So this shop is then basically giving this 2.5 cent reduction to the customer. So then we only look and see what actually is happening. And what we found is actually during the campaign itself that there is a big change happening. So we had a plastic bag reduction of 80, sometimes 90. Some kind of shops just said, okay, I will not give out any plastic bags anymore to my customers. I will just move back to some leaves I have anyway, and some maybe old newspaper, and they will start to move like this. And as soon as they have the option to give an incentive to the customer, it is also easy for them to basically always repeat the most important question. Do you need a bag? Do you need a bag, or you can go without? So this question we try to kind of install in another way through voluntary campaigning, just talking, raising awareness. It never worked, right? But as soon as we provided this form of incentive, it gives the customer, the shopkeeper, a mechanism to ask the customer, and in that way, the customer slowly is changing. So it took some time. It's something we started mostly when we started the campaign in the first 1 or 2 weeks, we have a change of like 30, 40, 50%. And then mostly when we go up after like 2 months, we reach then around 80, 90% of the customers who are then willing to change. So our target groups are mostly like very simple. So we have a lot of like noodle shops on the roadside, and so we are focusing mostly on these food items because first of all, it's the most of plastic bags generation. And secondly, what is very important, mostly people will just go out, they will take the food and then bring back home to eat. So bringing their own container is also very easy by just switching to either a plate, and here they have these metal containers, tiffin carriers, which are still very popular, which people are using. So it is a very, let's say, easy way for the people to switch as well. So very important for sure is what is actually the lasting change. So after the campaign is finished, so we mostly run it for 2 to 3 months. So how do people keep on acting? Does everything go back to normal, or is there really continuous behavior shift happening? And at least what we know until now, we are then basically down to 50% of plastic bag reduction, which in my opinion is, or to our experience, the biggest success we ever had on any reduction campaign.